Everybody, it's Natalie from Nat Supports Autism. Welcome back to my channel. Sorry it took so long for me to come out with a new video. I was trying to do an autism, how it's portrayed on TV video, and I didn't do enough research on that before filming it. And I just want to make an autism on TV video very accurately and have a full scope of how autism is portrayed on TV, because I've only seen one show with it, even though I know there are lots of shows specifically with boys, but I haven't seen them, so I need to start researching that before I can make a video about that. And I felt like I kept you guys waiting too long, so I decided I'd just make a video today. This video is going to be about how for me, TV's my thing, but for a lot of autistic people, especially boys, they love video games. So I'm going to be talking, because I'm such a TV nerd, I'm going to want to talk about a lot of my opinions about TV, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. But as far as video games versus TV, I am going to spend some time on that. So I'm going to start with comparing the two, how I view them, and then I'm going to start sharing some of my opinions about TV, because I just can't help myself, you know? So anyway, I'm going to start with talking about TV for me versus video games. So for me, TV is kind of like my escape from reality time and helps me feel centered, which doesn't really make sense because it's TV. That's why I don't like reality TV very much, is because I view TV as an escape from reality, and if I watch some sort of reality TV like American Ninja Warrior, the History Channel, that sort of thing, I'm not a big fan because I'm brought back into reality instead of escaping from it, so I just don't see the point of watching that sort of TV. My parents love reality TV, specifically my dad. Like, he loves Curse of Oak Island, or as we call it, Cooey, and he loves Anna Griffith and anything on the History Channel. Not my thing. And they love American Ninja Warrior. And when I say reality TV, I don't mean like realistic TV, because I love me some Boy Meets World. What I mean is TV that takes place in reality that isn't fictional. So that's my definition of reality TV. Now, as far as TV for me, it's kind of like I love making fan theories. I love sharing my opinions, writing them down, kind of like talking obsessively about TV. I tend to form obsessions about TV. And it just kind of gives me something to do when I'm feeling worried about something. I can just do that instead of focusing on what's wrong in my life. Not that my life is bad, that's not what I meant, but something new to focus on. And I can it's really fun for me to write down all my opinions and talk about them with people. Now, for me, video games are kind of like this thing, because I have so many eye hand coordination issues. Like, my eyes and brain move faster than my hands can go, so it kind of messes up this whole center thing and makes playing video games such as Smash Bros very difficult for me. Like, I hate that game. There's too much stuff going on for me visually, plus it's moving too fast for my hands, so I end up just getting frustrated and I lose that game pretty much every time. Not that a lot of people love that game, and I just don't get it. Well, I get it because they don't have eye hand coordination issues, but still, it's not relaxing for me. Now, I've tried other video games like Animal Crossing, Legend of Zelda, stuff like that. They're fun, relatively fun, and I love Lego games in general, but I just haven't played video games in a while because I just kind of get frustrated with them. And I bought myself a Nintendo Switch to try to get into video games, try to have something in common with some of my friends, but I kind of wasted my money on Nintendo Switch because I'm not really playing it right now. So I'm just kind of frustrated with myself about that. So I usually just don't play video games that much, just because it just ends up getting frustrated for me and I get anxious. So it's just kind of like, what's the point? Like, people with autism who love video games like it because it gives them a sense of control and it works on their hands. A lot of people with autism love moving their hands. Me personally, I'm not a big fan of anything using my hands, because the signal from my brain doesn't travel fast enough for my hands to move. So I'm actually not a big fan of, I like clay, okay, but Play, but I only think like making with Play-Doh is pinch pots. But like silly putty, I try to think of other things with my hands. I don't know. But anyway, most things with my hands I find kind of stressful, but I like diamond dots because it helps my brain to focus on something. And it moves kind of slow, and I can spend like 2 hours doing diamond dots as long as I have music or a TV show playing on my computer or on my phone or something. Now, I've done a lot of thinking about video games. Like I know people who a lot of my friends love video games, and it's especially true for autistic people to be obsessed with them, especially boys. Now for me, I don't know what girls' thing is. Like boys, everyone knows boys with autism, it's clear they love video games. One thing that bothers me is no one really knows what girls' thing is. Is it video games? Is it something else? I have no idea, and society hasn't really defined that. That bugs me. But anyway, moral on so I decided, because my videos are always focused on autism, as badly as I want to talk about my opinions, it's not really the point of this video series. So one day when I run out of ideas for talking about autism, I'm probably gonna start my video series about TV and just everything about TV for a while, and then probably about books that I like. Just gonna do something completely different one day when I get tired, when I don't have anything else to talk about autism. But anyway, so I'm gonna choose a few topics to talk about in my video. Just let me look through my journal real quick, because I forgot to choose what. I'm gonna talk about my favorite TV couples, because I really like doing that, because I'm like, love romance when it's done well. So I'm like, how much could I say about romance? It's like, I love talking about romance. I mean, everything I write, which I'm gonna go into about my writing in another video, involves some sort of romance. In fact, I just wrote a novella that was completely focused on romance, and I enjoyed writing it. Well, I decided I would write a book instead of a play, because plays are easier for me to write, which is kind of weird, sounds kind of weird, but for me it's perfect. Like, eventually I'm gonna find this page with my favorite TV show shifts, but I can't seem to find it. Very frustrating. Maybe this is it. Nope. Okay. Here we go. So number one is right now Star and Michael from Star vs. the Force of Evil. They are a beautiful couple. They're friends to lovers, and their relationship is beautiful. Actually, their relationship actually made me cry at the end of the series. I don't want to spoil the ending of that show, but trust me, it's beautiful and perfect. And I loved it so much. I love them. They're so cute together. They're best friends turned. They're in love with each other, but they're too scared to admit it. It just touches my heart. Then my second favorite is Fitzsimmons from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. They're kind of this slow-burn relationship where you don't know if they're ever going to get together. And then I love another couple I really like is Hera and Kanan from Rebels. They're so cute. They're beautiful. Farkle and Smackle from Girl Meets World. Now, Smackle is the autistic girl, and Farkle is very unique, so they're really cute together. Plus, I just love Smackle because she's an autistic girl. And Corey and Topanga from Boy Meets World are pretty awesome. And then Carlos and Jane from Descendants too. Love them. They're so cute and really sweet. Like, he's always scared. He's scared throughout the movie to ask her to the dance, and then she says yes. Then they want to be a couple, and they're so cute. And then Kai and Skylar, the couples, I have three favorite couples from Ninjago: Kai and Skylar, Jay and Nia, and Cole and Vanya. Even though they're not technically together, I ship them. Same thing with Raven and Beast Boy from Teen Titans. They're not technically a couple in the show, at least until before it ends. It was canceled. But I still ship them because they're so beautiful. Their relationship is so interesting to me. because like she likes making fun of him, he annoys her, but then when they have their moments together are so beautiful. And of course, everyone loves Robin Starfire from Teen Titans. It's more obvious for them. And then I love two H2O ships, Cleo and Lewis, and then Ricky and Zane. But I just pretend season 3 of H2O never happened because they ruined Ricky and Zane's relationship that was so beautiful. Like, she changed him, and he decided to focus on her and just protect her. And it's just like, he's very mature at the beginning, and she kind of doesn't really like him, but then they form this bond, and it turns into a relationship, and it's beautiful. So that's another thing. Let me see what else I have in here. Okay, favorite MCU couples. Also want to talk about that. I'm really into romance, in case you didn't notice, and I love ranking romance ships and stuff. So number 1 is WandaVision. Number 2 is Fitzsimmons from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I love them from the movies. I would have included WandaVision in my favorite TV couples, but they're also in the movies. I didn't want to be weird and transfer movies between shows. That just looks confusing. So then number 3 is Peter and Parker and MJ from Spider-Man Far From Home. Peter Quill and Gamora from Guardians of the Galaxy. Stark and Pepper from Iron Man. C and Ian from Thor The Dark World. I just think they're funny. Like, they don't really have much development as a couple, but they're really funny to me. And I love Bobby Morse and Lance Hunter from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and then another couple from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Obviously, I like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. It's one of my favorite Marvel shows. Number 1 is WandaVision. Number 2 is Loki. Number 1 is WandaVision. Number 2 is Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. And number 3 is Loki, and I don't really care about the rest. But as far as MCU goes, I have this obsession with it that turns off and on. Like, some days I'm completely obsessed with it, other days I'm not. It's usually when something really good comes out, like when WandaVision came out and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., I finally finished it. Full-blown obsession with the MCU again. So I actually introduced my dad to Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., and he likes it. He jokingly said he's addicted to it. So anyway, that's some of my perspective. That's some of my opinions about TV couples. Next time I talk about my opinions, it's going to be about something different than couples. But I still enjoy talking about it. It makes me very excited. I'm probably going to talk about one more thing that isn't couples related. So let's see what I've got. Ooh, favorite Rebels episodes. I love Star Wars Rebels. It's so good. I'm one of those weird people that likes it more than Clone Wars. Just because I like the characters, and much as I love Ahsoka and Clone Wars, I just like the story of Rebels better. Plus, there was this 50-50 chance whether or not the Clone Wars episodes would actually be good. Most of the time, they're just not very good. But Season 7 was great. Except for that middle arc with the Martez sister. Wasn't a big fan of that. Anyway, it just went on too long. It was 2 episodes, but it was 4 episodes, and it just kind of got irritating. But anyway, number 1 is from Rebels is Trial of the Apprentice. Number 2 is Twin Sons, and then the finale of this series is so good. Trials of the Dark Saber, which is an episode in Season 3 about Sabine. If you haven't seen the show, you don't really care, so I'm just ranking them anyway. The Last Battle is a pretty good episode. World Between Worlds, so good. It gave me chills. Wolves in a Door, Jedi Knight, sad episode but good. Doom, Holocrons of Fate, The Call, Shroud of Darkness, and The Honorable Ones. All good episodes. So anyway, let me go back and talk about autism. So, I have this obsession with TV, and a lot of people with autism do have obsessions, that being video games, but like I said, I don't like them. But haven't talked to enough people about autism about TV, TV is my thing. Like, I've talked to autistic people before, and they're more into video games than TV, and some people are just not into TV at all. Like, they're like, yeah, not really my thing. Like, I enjoy it, but I'm not really into it. And I'm like, Yeah, I'm super weird. I'm just sort of obsessed with TV. And it's not my only interest, like I said in my last video. Well, 2 videos ago. I really like working with kids, making these YouTube videos, studying autism, that sort of thing. It's really cool for me. But so video games. I believe what I said is true. Like they like it because I watched a video of Asperger's experts, who is Asperger's these Asperger's people who make videos like me about Asperger's, but I just thought I just introduced you more to the girls' perspective. But they talk about a lot about video games. So I would look them up because their perspective on video games is very interesting. Like I'm not an expert on video games, so I think they present a better argument than I did. But I still hope you enjoy this video. Hope I didn't stumble around too much for you. I just got really excited about talking about my opinions and telling you all about TV versus video games for me. And TV is just something I can relax during. Video games is not, it's just super intense. So most autistic people do not feel that way. I do though. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, like, comment, subscribe. I'm hoping to do a live stream soon. I keep saying that. I just haven't planned one yet. I'm hoping to do it one evening, probably Sunday evening one week. I'll have to post about that. If you follow me on Facebook, I'll give you a post. And then I'll schedule it on YouTube to tell you when I'm doing it too. Anyway, see you later. Hope you keep viewing me and supporting me. Bye.